Hi, welcome to my page. If you are new, welcome. If you are coming back, welcome back. I'm glad to have you. It is winter solstice, so a happy winter solstice. Today on our self-care Saturday talk, we are going to talk about the three powerful benefits that I have found having a mindfulness routine. On my healing journey, I've realized the importance of having a healthy mindset. Life is full of choices, and we can choose to take control and live our best lives, or we can ignore things and not live our best life. So we have the choice of doing some of the work, healing and such, to make sure that we are living the life that we truly want. Having a mindfulness routine has given me the space and time to really reflect on what is happening with me emotionally, physically, and mentally. It's given me the different areas where I have been able to focus and on certain things when it's appropriate, right? Because sometimes I find if you are just going through life and you're really kind of just living life, you let a lot of things slide, and we don't want to continue to let things slide, and then it turns into some negative feelings inside of your body, resentment, anger, the list can go on. So we always want to make sure that we are practicing some mindfulness in our routine, especially if you are on the healing journey, if you have been on a healing journey, and because you don't want to go backwards, right? Like, you want to make sure that you are doing the things that you need to do to keep your mind positive and full of the thoughts that you want. So let's get into some of the things that I found really beneficial on my journey. So the first thing is cognitive improvements. I used to really suffer from having brain fog, memory issues. I was really struggling to focus. And after having this practice, I have learned to declutter my mind, and that has improved the way that I've, improved immensely the way that I can process things. And also, I want to hit on that I also changed my diet, right? So I not only did the healing work, but I also changed my diet. And, because your gut is like attached to your mind, right? So if you're not feeding your body with good things, then your mind is going to be feeling the way that you're feeding it, right? So if you're just feeding it with processed foods, you're constantly eating out, fast food, whatever the case may be. For me, it was like I was struggling a little bit with my sugar. So my sugar addictions was like it was really out of control. So I've been trying to work through that, and since doing that and making some positive changes with that, I've seen a significant difference in the way that my brain function is, the clarity that I now have, and my memory. Like, things are just getting better. And I feel like the more I practice this and the more that I continue to eat healthy, the better that it will be. Part of the thought process as well is to make sure, like, when you are getting those negative thoughts that are popping up, you want to replace those negative thoughts with positive thoughts. And that's what I've been doing. And it's been really helpful to keep a positive mindset, because if you let those negative thoughts just brew in and take control, it will just kind of stem out of control. So we don't want to do that. We want to take control of our mindset and say, nope, this thought is not mine and I'm not going to keep it, or this thought does not resonate with me, because we take in lots of different thoughts by what we are watching, listening to, the different people that we interact with. So there's just information coming from everywhere. And so what is being repeated in our brain isn't really our thoughts. And even if you don't like the thought and you think it might be yours, because it's really hard to tell what is yours and what is not, but I don't even care whose it is, to be honest. If I don't like it and it's not resonating with who I want to become and my dream girl, then I am not going to keep that. So you just, say, nope, I not resonate with me, and send it back to whoever sent it. And keep moving, and just replace those negative thoughts with positive thoughts. And it's going to take a bit of a practice to kind of get there, but you can do it. I promise. Second benefit that I found is having increased motivation. Right now, how many times do we set goals? We plan on doing certain things and then they don't end up working out, right? So for whatever reason, sometimes we get into, say that for example, you're going to follow an 8-week health and fitness plan, right? So you're going to do this exercise, you're going to do this eating style, you're going to do this, and that. And for 8 weeks, and, say that you're hoping to lose 10 pounds or whatnot. So, you start this goal, you start this plan, you do it, and then you get to the 8 weeks and you're like, whoa, well, that didn't work. I didn't lose any weight. What is going on? So doing these weekly check-ins with myself has really been able to help me make the changes as I go along of what is working and what is not working on, this goes with your health and fitness, your business plans. Also, you want to go through it and see what is working and what isn't working. And the things that are not working, we want to visit them and see what we need to implement to make things better, right? And start getting the results that we want for our business, for our health and fitness, for our relationships, whatever. This goes, this falls in any area of your life that you're trying to improve or change, right? So we don't always have the answers when we start. We think we may, but then as we go along, we say, okay, this is not going to work the way that I hoped or that I wanted it to, right? So we just make some changes instead of giving up on the goal, because in the past I would just, this doesn't work for me, this isn't for me, and just give up, right? Because I was kind of a little stubborn, I guess, and just, really was not open to seeing different ways of being able to accomplish things, right? Especially if it seemed to be more work or even take me longer, because I'm a little impatient. I'm working on it, but I'm a little impatient. So, just trying to get to the goal as fast as I possibly can. This has just definitely helped do the weekly check-ins with myself, make the changes that I need, and then watch the progress to see if those changes are really making any difference. Okay, so the third difference that I have seen is emotional awareness. So, I've talked about healing a bunch in this video, and I have been on a healing journey, right? And I'm coming to, I guess it's never ends, because you always want to have to do this constant work in order to keep your mindset healthy and in a good place, so you don't fall back to your old self, because I don't want to go back there. So we have to continue doing this work to keep a healthy mindset and to continue working towards becoming the person that you want to become, right? So it's always improving and elevating and becoming better. We don't ever want to stop growing, because once we do, that's no good. We always kind of get a bit miserable because we're stagnant, and then leads to lots of bad feelings. So having this mindfulness routine has also given me the space to notice when I'm being emotionally triggered by situations and or people. So I've learned when I am triggered that I need to take a step back, calm down, don't, respond or react to what is going on at that point until I become settled and calmed, down from that, where I can have an emotional intelligent conversation, right? So on this healing journey, I have really increased my emotional maturity. And with that emotional maturity, I have become, that helped me become emotionally intelligent, right? So we don't want to react in a way when we are emotionally charged, because we know that reaction is never for our benefit. We basically look like fools because we're just so emotionally charged that we don't even really, at least for me, sometimes, in the past when I was emotionally charged, I really didn't even think about the way I was reacting, right? Because I was just reacting with my emotions now. So we don't want to be emotionally charged when we are trying to have a conversation. So we don't want to react to that. We want to wait until we calm down, and then we can go at it with a level head, be level-headed and really be able to look at it logically instead of emotionally. That's the word I was looking for. Sorry, it took me a little bit to get there. So, having these practices and checking in with myself weekly has really helped shape into becoming a more well-rounded person. And I also want to share the 3 tools that I have used to help with my routine, right? So I've talked about it in other videos, but I guess it's not 1, 2, or 3, but these are the 3 things that I've used. And the first one is journaling. So journaling has really given me the to capture the good days, the bad days, what's going well, what's not working, what is the plan, what did I actually accomplish from day to day, and, how I'm feeling emotionally, and just really gives me a way to check in with myself, right? And not keep all those feelings inside. So when you are feeling like emotionally charged and stuff like that, it's a good time to write down your feelings to get those emotions out of your body instead of having them fester inside of your body. That may turn into, anger, resentment, depression, anxiety. It could just lead to lots of different things. So that. So the next thing that I want to touch on too is the next tool is having a gratitude practice, right? So I practice gratitude practices I do every day. And I write like 5 things. Now, when I first started, it was 3 to 5 things. But now I just actually had to buy myself a new journal. And so this is going to be my 3rd journal that I've bought in for my gratitude practices. And so every day I share 5 things that I'm grateful for. And that has really helped my mind focus on more positive things that is happening in my life. Because before, I would really try to focus, well, I guess I wouldn't try, but my mind just kind of went there, and I would just really focus on the negative things that were happening to me. And with that focus, that focus of focusing on the negative things, I was attracting more negative things, because we don't get what we want. We don't attract what we want. We attract what we are. So if you want more positive things, you have to be in a vibrational match to get those positive things. So you have to think positively. You cannot think like, oh, my life stinks and I am going to never be able to accomplish this and this and that, or whatever the case may be, and expect goodness to come to you. Because what's going to happen is you're just going to be given what you believe. So you have to believe that you are worth more and that you are worthy of better. So that has been a total game changer, you know, on top of the journaling, but also having that, because I don't think if I didn't have this gratitude journaling practice, I don't think that I would have really tried to focus more on the positive things. I would have kind of probably just let it go, all stem out of control with the negativity stuff, to be honest, because, you know, it's just habits, right? So now that I am in a habit, I've been doing my gratitude practices for about 2 years, maybe even more. Off and on, you know, but I've been really good at it for like this year solid. Previously I would do it for a couple months, then things would get good. I'd be like, oh, you know, I would like say thank you in my prayers and stuff, but I wouldn't necessarily put it all down on paper. Really good and incorporating it in my prayers as well. But that's what I have found to really be helpful to help think more positively about my life in different situations. Next thing that we want to talk about is the next tool that I found has been really helpful is moving my body. Now, there was a time where I moved my body every day just to help me have a more positive mindset. I was in a very dark place, and I knew previously from exercising and different things like that, that it really helped my mindset. You know, you get those exercises, you know, give you positive endorphins, and you also get the dopamine hit from doing something good for yourself. So, you know, this exercise, even if you don't do it for weight loss purposes, do it for the feel good purposes. And, you know, people will say, well, I get sore. Well, you may get sore at first because you're doing something new to your body that your muscles are like, whoa, what is going on? But after a while, that will kind of shape up, and it'll be okay. Move your body, and that helps move all the stagnant energy out of your body. It helps to not allow it festering in your body, turning into just rage and just not good. And even if that situation is also like stressing you out, and you know, you are maybe feeling a little angry about the situation, this will help you get your anger out too, right? Because you're moving your body, you're doing something with that energy. You're not just sitting on the couch, letting it brew in you, being all angry with yourself or with the situation, and, you know, being emotionally reacting with your emotions instead of logic. So we don't want to do that. Okay. So, you know, I hope these insights have inspired you to make some changes on your journey or to incorporate these into your routines, because, you know, in order to live a fulfilling, happy life, you have to do some work. Maintenance things that you have to do on yourself is just part of making sure that you're taking those weeds out and letting them grow somewhere else, because we don't want all the bad weeds growing in our minds. We want beautiful flowers to grow and bloom into beautiful things. And that is how you're going to become your dream girl. So I hope you enjoyed it and have a great day. Bye.